Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology Bliss. Before we start, if you could just do me a quick favor and click the subscribe button below, maybe the like button while you're at it. And let's get to your video. Thanks. Virgo, I'm just burning some incense on a spoon. I don't know, Virgos would love spoons. I don't know why, I'm a Virgo rising. Out of all the kitchen utensils, I would have to say a spoon is my favorite. My cat is abnormally hyper right now, so if you see him running around like a little gremlin, don't be alarmed. So I can get rid of my lighter. So, for the readings this month, I'm going to be doing a probably 4-card spread because, you know what? I think this is going to be the 4th card because they were supposed to be 3-card spreads, but I just started doing 4-card spreads. And I already pre-shuffled, but just going to give them, woo, my God, guys. Just going to give them one more. So we're going to do 4 cards for your general monthly message, and then we're going to be doing another 3 cards for your message for Venus Retrograde. Super fun. Okay, so Taurus just got the 4 of Wands as their bottom card for the general message. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so this is not totally pleasant. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords in the reverse. So we are focusing on some kind of past betrayal, right? So your cards are the 5 of Wands in the upright, the 4 of Wands in the reverse, 3 of Swords in the upright, and the King of Wands, King of Cups at the bottom here. I did say Wands though, so you can take that as you will. So Virgo, I'm seeing, give me 1 second. I have never felt the need to look so intensely at the moon in this photo, but I don't even know if you can, it'll probably be better on this camera. But if you look really closely at the moon, it almost looks like there's multiple faces on it. So what I'm getting is that you were dealing with someone or someone that you thought was very, very emotionally put together. You know, their well runs very deep, but, you know, they knew how to control their stuff. They understood how the world worked, the complexities of the world, and you felt like, you know, you could really rely on them emotionally. But the reason that I really focused in on the moon there is like, you know, when you think of the moon card in tarot, it's like there's something that's hidden. You know, it's like you can't see everything yet. And it's almost like despite how this person's coming off, how they look on the outside, there might be other sides to them that you haven't or hadn't uncovered yet. So for the 5 of Wands here, never noticed the V on this guy's back before, but I thought of the symbol for Aries. So if Aries matters at all for your reading or for your situation. And I'm also seeing So there's like the two wands here in the corner. And so if you think of the two of wands, the card, it's like, trying to figure out which direction to actually move in. It's still in the planning phase, but the phase where it's like you haven't actually brought in the mechanics yet. You're just kind of like daydreaming, but not in an overly emotional, dreamy way. Like you intend to put energy behind the daydreaming. But it looks like while thinking about going in a certain direction, there was a lot of inner conflict. So even though you wanted to go a certain way, there's a lot of inner conflict. And maybe this was a fight with your intuition. It's very possible. Because sometimes our mind and our heart are like, that looks cool. That looks fun and exciting. Let's go do that. And then, your intuition's like, hey, don't do that. And, your mind and your heart are like, shut up, intuition. And it's like, okay, go ahead. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling for that. Right now, your sense of stability, not necessarily emotional stability, but, like if you have a moon that's in a fire sign, I am feeling somewhat of a flip with that. I am feeling somewhat of a flip in energy with that, where someone might be turning your world upside down emotionally. And a situation that you thought was stable and, felt like a fairy tale, it's maybe this person's multiple faces, personalities started to come out. And when I say multiple personalities, we all have different sides to us. Don't think it's necessarily like they have multiple personality disorder. Like, I mean, maybe they do, but like probably not. But the point is, the different sides you're seeing of this person, it's really striking chord with you emotionally. And it looks like the situation, I'm gonna be frank, it doesn't look like it ends well. Okay, it's the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, it's interesting that the swords are going into the heart, right? Because, the heart it's our emotional self. I always think of water when I think of, the heart. And, but emotions aren't what come at us and hurt us. It's usually, our mind in some way. I mean, I know I'm super prone to overthinking a situation so much that I pull thoughts out and create emotions, and that's where I'll feel the most pain. So, this could even be thoughts that you're saying to yourself. This could also be really harsh, vicious words from another person that are just hitting you and breaking your heart that way. So yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Virgo. It was not the most pleasant general reading, but, whatever messages we need to hear, that's what comes out. And in regards to being an October reading, I need to figure out my timetable a little better here. So I'm going to say that this situation probably pertains to you right now or whenever you're watching it. So when I write October, it's for organization purposes. Don't adhere too much to the, October date. And now let's look at where we're focusing for Venus retrograde. So quickly, Venus retrograde, has characteristics similar to Mercury retrograde or like any retrograde that transits our chart. So Venus is how we love. It's, our style, right? So it's luxury items. It's how we want to spend our money. Venus rules the second house. It also rules Taurus and Libra. So if your natal Venus is in Libra, you are going to be more inclined to buy things of like, very high quality. You love pretty things and, you want like nice fabrics, soft fabrics. You won't just take any old thing, right? Venus it also says a lot about our artistic abilities, how we want to express our artistic abilities, and our artistic styles. So a weirdly placed Venus does not mean you are not an amazing artist, by the way. You have to take into account so many things, but just to give you an overview of what Venus does. So when Venus retrogrades back in a certain part of our chart, Venus is retrograding to get us to essentially fine-tune our way of whatever matter is going on in that house. So if it's retrograding back in your second house, we're fine-tuning how you spend your money. If it's retrograding back in your seventh house, you're going to be facing partnership issues. And correcting things so that when the retrograde is over, you come out of it a lot better than before so. Venus retrograde is also famous for bringing back exes. Mercury retrograde actually doesn't frequently bring back exes. Sometimes, but not like always. So either you might get in contact with an ex again if you haven't already, or it might bring back a very familiar love situation that, you're kind of like, hey, haven't I dated you before? But it was a different person. And these situations, I just got such weird chills when I said that. Does it happen to me? No. But situations like this, they bring back these situations that we thought we moved past to, in a way, test us to be like, okay, you moved past this. Have you really? Do you really think you won't go back to this type of person? So keep that in mind, right? What did I just say? What? This is so funny. Weird. Who else got this? Taurus got this again. 4 of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So, we have the Knight of Wands in the upright, the Tower in the upright, the Queen of Swords in the upright, and the bottom here we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So exactly what I just said. Virgo, you may have found yourself in an eerily similar situation. My cat just like casually dragged in his feather wand toy and he's like, hey, wait a minute. Hi. Anyway, you may have walked into an eerily similar situation that you thought you would never have to deal with again. And the universe, Venus, whoever, is kind of like, hey, here it is. You want to do it again? And you know what? You may have felt a really strong pull to be like, maybe. And, this person is fiery, they're passionate, they're exciting, they're awesome, they're sexy, whatever. They're exciting. And then the thing happens that reminds you, holy crap, this is why I'm not in that relationship anymore. But it looks like you're like not falling back into the same pattern. You're more able to actually discern like, I didn't like this last time, so I don't want to do it again. I'm good. Thank you. Now, I'm not saying this Tower moment is going to be easy, but I really do think you're going to be coming right up to that point where this is the test, and it's the test, and it's like you make the right choice, and I think you're going to be able to walk away from it. I mean, you come out a queen, the Queen of Swords, no doubt, and she will slice your head off for practical reasons, like this isn't good for me. So, Virgo, the first general spread I did for you guys was a little uncomfortable. Okay, it was super uncomfortable. However, this Venus retrograde spread looks like you guys do fabulously, so keep it up. And I do want to say quickly, I started taking care of 15 stray cats in Brooklyn because I've been saying my entire life I'm a crazy cat lady, and here's proof. I go feed them multiple times a week, and I started a GoFundMe page and a Facebook fundraiser, and we actually raised a good amount of money. So I've been able to actually, get them food, but like a lot of food. They're very happy. But I'm trying to build them winter shelters, and I'm trying to get them all vet exams. Yes, so I've attached the link for the GoFundMe page below. If you wanted to donate anything, even $1, that's a huge help. Don't, disregard like, oh, I can only donate $1. Please do. And if you can't, that's totally fine. I totally understand that too. And one more time, if you haven't already subscribed to my page, please do, and hit the like button. Anyway, I will see you guys next month. Good luck with the rest of Venus retrograde, and be well. Bye.